What up, do Giants? Got Abi Sante here from Giants Uprising, and breaking news. Jackson Dart is set to start on Sunday against the Chargers. The Jackson Dart era has arrived. Obviously, Brian Daboll is also coaching for his life. And an 0-3 start just pushed that. The fact that obviously, Jackson Dart has shown that he's a little bit ahead of the curve, even the preseason practices, etc. And they love him in the building. Jackson Dart was Brian Daboll's quarterback. They moved up and drafted him late in the first round, so like that they can have him. And with Andrew Thomas coming back, which I think they were waiting for that to happen, the fact that they have pieces, and I was actually looking a little bit of the All-22 film, and there was plays in which Russell Wilson just got out of the pocket, even though he had a pocket form and didn't let the plays develop. There was a few plays. I know that it's a little bit ticky-tack when it comes to just picking and choosing the plays because I didn't have completely access to the All-22 films. But you can see that players are actually becoming open, and he was doing kind of like what Daniel Jones used to do, that didn't trust the protection and was just rolling out. And I think he did that against Washington also. So as a matter of fact, talking about a little bit about Russell Wilson, it's a combination of things, right? He had this huge game against the Cowboys in which he threw for 450 yards, 3 touchdowns. But at the same time, was that showing Wilson still has some in his tank, or the fact that the Cowboys defense is so bad? Because the Cowboys got destroyed by Chicago the other day on Sunday. So you can tell that the Cowboys defense is horrible. So I guess a combination of that to make them look a little bit better than what they are when it comes to Russell Wilson, because obviously against good defenses like Washington and Kansas City, he started just like dipping out of the pocket, not throwing to the receivers that he needed to throw, etc., not letting the plays develop. But it is what it is. The Jackson Dart era is set to start. Let me know what you think. You think it's a good move, a desperate move, whatever it is. I know that I'm excited to see Jackson Dart, even though I was hoping that the Giants actually played better in a way that they didn't have to like rush him in. But it is what it is. Given the fact that the schedule is the way it is, there's not a good game to say, okay, let's bring Jackson Dart in, because obviously the Giants have their bye week on week 14. That's way late. And there was a chance in which the Giants play a Thursday night game. They kind of give them a big bye in which they then, I believe they play New Orleans, if I'm not mistaken. I think they play the Eagles on that Thursday night, and they'll have that big kind of like a bye week in ways to have, their chance to like get Jackson Dart started. But it didn't happen. Starting on Sunday. Let me know what you think. You're opposed to the Giants are rising. Go Big Blue.